I request all the CCMs to join on stage, please. I now request everybody to rise for the ICAI motto song.
Yaesha sukteshu jagrati Yaesha sukteshu jagrati Kamam 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 kamamsho Pursho nirvimanaha nirvimanaha Tadeva shukram tadbrahma tadbrahma Tadevamritamuchyate Tasmin lokaha shitaha Sarve taduna yadi kasyana Etadvaita 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 etadvaita
I now request our President and Vice President to kindly felicitate our Chief Guest with a shawl bouquet memento, please. Also a shawl and a memento. A great round of applause, please. I would now be requesting CA Sushil Kumar Goyal, Central Council Member and Convener of Member and Student Services Directorate, to kindly give a welcome address now.
Honorable Minister Piyush Goyal ji, Honorable President CA Dr. Devasis Mitra ji, Honorable Vice President CA Aniket Talati, my council colleague, regional council member, and newly qualified chartered accountant. Across the country, we are organizing this convocation at 14 locations, and ICAI proud to convocate 20,560 members today, and I welcome all of you to this program. Thank you.
I would now be requesting our President CA Dr. Debashish Mitra ji, the navigator of this flagship of knowledge, to please address the audience. A great round of applause, please.
The Honorable Union Minister CA Piyush Goyal, the Honorable Vice President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Aniket Talati, Sushil Goyal on the dais, my council colleagues who are sitting in the front, past presidents, past CCMs, all the newly qualified chartered accountants, a very, very good morning to all of you. We all have a pressure for time, but let me just take you through a bit of history of the Institute, because the legacy of the institute is so great. We all know that the institute was formed on the 1st of July 1949. But the first council meeting of the institute was held on the 15th of August 1949. Note the date, 15th of August 1949. And on that day, just like we have Piyush with us today, the Union Minister of Commerce was there, Mr. Niyogi. And he said that, you see, you have been formed for a special purpose, for a special reason, and that is to serve the nation. And on that day, the institute's mascot, Garuda the eagle, was adopted by the institute. G.P. Kapadia, the first president of the institute, was chairing the meeting. And I'm sure when G.P. Kapadia was chairing the meeting, he had a vision. And the vision was that we should be an institute which is ethical, which pursues excellence, which pursues integrity, independence, everything. And when I talk about excellence, let me tell you, we have a person on the dais, the Honorable Union Minister Piyush Goyal, who personifies what G.P. Kapadia felt at 1949. You see, he is a rank holder of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and for many of us, you see, a proud representative of the profession. When Piyush delivered the budget in the parliament, to all the chartered accountants in India who were watching him on TV, it was a proud moment for us that somebody from amongst us has gone ahead and, you see, placed himself in that position. For many of us, it was as if we were there in the parliament when Piyush was presenting the budget. Let me tell you, a fantastic achievement, and no one more apt than Honorable Minister C.A. Piyush Goyal to be the chief guest for today's occasion. But since G.P. Kapadia, you see, chaired that first meeting, the institute has grown leaps and bounds. Today, we have 166 branches in India. Today, we have 44 overseas chapters. We are present in 77 cities, 45 countries of the world. We are the second largest accounting body in the world. I don't think so. The Kapadia ji, when he was chairing the first meeting, he thought that the institute will expand so much in about 70 years' time. And only a few days back, the Honorable Union Minister had inaugurated 6 of our representative offices, you see, in US. And the feeling was a feeling of great pride for us. Both me and the Vice President, at 3 o'clock in the morning, we were there watching the Honorable Minister inaugurate this, and for us both, you see, we were not at all sleepy, let me tell you. 3 o'clock in the morning, but again it was a matter of pride. And a matter of great satisfaction that a person of the eminence of Piyush Goyal had done it. I was writing the chartered accountant, for the chartered accountant, the last issue. The issue came up. What defines the success of a profession? And I wrote, and I quoted a past president of the institute, Y.H. Balagam. He said, it is not the size, it is not the power, but it is the respect that a profession commands, which defines which defines a profession. And for us, chartered accountants, and for all of you who are present here, let me tell you, I'm sure respect and dignity would be 2 words with which you should be extremely, proficient. When I was coming in, I was watching the skyline. Skyline, we cannot see the skyline from here, but when I was coming in, I was watching the skyline. And the skyline was a bit cloudy. And when the skyline was a bit cloudy, I was reminded of our mascot, Garuda the eagle. Garuda the eagle is the only bird which can fly beyond the cloud. All other birds, when it rains, take shelter elsewhere. But Garuda the eagle flies beyond the cloud because it is fearless, it is innovative, it is adaptive to change, and it is there to face all challenges. And that is what the profession should be all about. And that is what you should do everything possible. As I said, we are pressed for time. Before I end, may I request all of you to do everything possible to keep the flag of the profession flying very high, to keep the flag of the institute flying very high, to keep the flag of the great country called India flying very high. I wish all of you great success in all your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now it's my honor to now introduce Shri Piyush Goyal, who is the Minister of Commerce and Industry, Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Textiles, and the leader of the Rajya Sabha. Sir, you don't need any introduction. You have made all of us proud by the distinguished work you've done in numerous capacities. A great round of applause, please. I would now request you to please address the audience.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you for your very kind comments, Debashish ji. Thank you, Aniket, for your leadership of the Institute. Thank you, Sushil ji, for your warm welcome. All the distinguished members of the Central Council of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, all the graduating students who have assembled here in very large number and are, I'm told, assembled all across the country in thousands at different centers. A big congratulations to all of you for graduating as Chartered Accountants. Indeed, a very proud moment for all of you. You will change your name to add a CA before that, CA and your name after that. You will all be serving society, you will be serving the nation, and you will be ambassadors of this noble profession, holding your head high as the nation progresses towards a developed nation. We have just celebrated Dasahra yesterday, completed the 9 days of Navratri. We are going to soon have a series of festivals, Karwa Chauth and Diwali, Bhai Dooj, Christmas, New Year, a series of festivities, and I'm sure going forward, as Chartered Accountants, this year's festival will be something special for each one of you. I would also like to compliment your families for encouraging you, giving you all the support to help you, as you must have put in long hours of study through the night, burning the midnight oil, so that you could complete this very rigorous and very challenging course. I remember as a student when I used to do my chartered accountancy exams, either the intermediate or the final, I had banned anybody from even coming inside my room. It used to be locked. There was a half an hour interval for lunch and a half an hour interval, I think, to watch Ramayana or Mahabharata. I don't know what was coming in those days on television. And a half an hour interval for dinner. Other than that, I was absolutely cooped up in my room. Probably helped me go through the lockdown in COVID, that old training as a chartered accountant student. But truly, it's a matter of great pride for all of us, chartered accountants, that we are going to be serving one of the most noble professions, not only in India but across the world. I say this because every document, every paper on which you affix your signature is going to become a very powerful, valuable endorsement of whatever is written in that document. And people are going to trust the veracity, the fairness, the accuracy, the integrity of that document based on your signature as a chartered accountant. We today have nearly 3.5 lakh chartered accountants, over 7.5 lakh students, and collectively, probably one of the largest body of professionals, not only in India, but across the world. I'm happy that I got this opportunity to share this happy occasion with you. At my time, we didn't have a convocation. We got our degrees or certificates at home. Of course, I was lucky that I was able to attend the annual day function where the prizes were distributed at the Ashoka Hotel in New Delhi. And I still remember the excitement. This was way back in 1988. I still remember the excitement of coming to Delhi from Mumbai to attend the prize distribution ceremony. I was also running through the presence of ICAI across the country and now across the world. Truly a matter of delight that we have over 168 branches today and presence in 47 countries with 77 centers in different cities across the world. I'm told that you are aspiring to make it 100 soon, and I wish you all the very best in your efforts. The one continent I see missing is South America. So I think we should quickly look at a significant presence of our chartered accountants and of the Institute in South America soon. Friends, we are soon going to have the 21st World Congress in November 22 in Mumbai on the theme of building trust and enabling sustainability. We are also going to be focusing in that on social audit standards. I'm delighted that India is hosting this World Congress. We are all looking forward to it. And I do believe that as chartered accountants, we have a significant role to play, both in sustainability and in social activities, social causes, thereby helping the world become a better place to live in. Chartered accountants represent the can-do attitude. The CA stands for can do. And that attitude, I hope, will hold each one of you in good stead as you progress in your career going forward. Many of you may have heard the Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, when on 15th August, celebrating 75 years of India's independence, from the ramparts of the Red Fort, he articulated his vision for tomorrow, the vision for India as we enter the Amrit Kal, the 25 years, our journey towards India at 100, and he suggested 5 commitments, 5 pran, that each one of us as a nation should collectively adopt and work towards. What do those 5 commitments mean for the chartered accountants? The first commitment he talked about, Pehla Pran, एक विकसित भारत, a developed nation, a developed country. I am confident that each one of you, chartered accountants, will bridge the gap between rural India and urban India, developed India and developing India, the rich and the poor, investors and entrepreneurs, all the stakeholders who rely on our records and our certificates, and will help the country progress towards a developed nation by 2047. He also spoke about removing the colonial mindset that we continue to have in many of our activities. And one of the symbols of that colonial mindset is sitting right here in front of us. Not the chartered accountancy profession, friends. We started in 49. So we are very much a part of independent India. We'll be celebrating our 75th year 2 years from now. The colonial mindset is on the dress that each one of us has had to wear for this convocation. And look at the delays. I'm told some of you had to come in at 8:30 in the morning to wear this gown. And fortunately, we are in October, the weather is a little better. But I think India needs to get out of this legacy of colonialism also in our convocations. And the other day when I suggested this, what do you say? Are you happy to have this dress, or do you want to change it? I suggested it at the Indian Institute of Fashion Technology the other day, the National Institute of Fashion Technology. And the next convocation that I addressed, the dress was changed. NIFT had designed a beautiful salwar kameez for our sisters, a lovely churidar pajama for our young boys. What do you say we adopt a better dress than this? Sir? देखिए, चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंसी इंस्टीट्यूट कभी कमिट नहीं करती है, कंसिडर करती है. ये कंसिडर वाला एटीट्यूड चलेगा या कैन डू वाला एटीट्यूड चलेगा? मेरे ऐसे प्रेशर में मत करना, आपकी सुविधा के हिसाब से जो आपको ठीक लगे करना, पर ये छोटा प्रतीक है. इट्स अ वेरी स्मॉल सिंबल. But why do we need to continue this colonial mindset? And once we start looking at our daily lives and we start looking at what is happening all around us, we'll find a lot of things where we need to evolve as a nation, where we need to be more contemporary with times, where we need to relate to our independence. Independence cannot be only political independence. Independence is in our work, in our day-to-day lives, and therefore removing this colonial mindset was one of the important commitments Prime Minister Modi had suggested. His third suggestion was about looking back at our roots, our rich cultural heritage, our tradition, हमारी जो विरासत है, जो पुश्तों से हमें मिली है, जो सदियों से भारत की विश्व को देन रही है, चाहे वो वसुधैव कुटुंब का विचार हो, द वर्ल्ड इज वन फैमिली, या हम सबकी प्रतिबद्धता सस्टेनेबिलिटी की तरफ, नेचर की तरफ. Intrinsically, India is a nation which believed in sustainability from times immemorial. We respect nature. We recognize the importance of nature. We recognize that we have to leave behind a better planet than the one we inherited. In a way, respecting intergenerational equity. And therefore, even if one was to look at all the good things that we have in our history, in our culture, in our traditions, in our heritage, I'm sure we can become better citizens. We will become better professionals. I'm told the Banaras traders had a Mahajani system many, many years ago. And in the Mahajani systems, they did not need to go into calculators, but could calculate crores of rupees on their fingertips without having to look at a computer or a calculator. Similarly, the Prime Minister spoke about Ekta or Ekjutta, unity. I think that was a very strong message, not only for each individual, but a nation as a whole. We have to present a united face to the world. Professionals have to be united. Organizations have to reflect this unity. And India is a proud country with unity in diversity. And therefore, even our own role as chartered accountants in promoting national integration cannot be belittled. Finally, he spoke about kartavya, duty. And what better than our chartered accountants' oath that we are going to take today to understand the concept of duty. It's truly a very, very impressive oath. It speaks about commitment to excellence, independence, and integrity. It talks about working sincerely. It looks at a corruption-free India. Another thought that the Prime Minister spoke on 15th August, कि हमें एक भ्रष्टाचार मुक्त भारत बनाने में हम सबको काम करना है. This also gives a commitment towards corporate governance, efficient and effective utilization of the nation's resources, and working to the code of ethics that has been designed by the Institute of Chartered Accountants. It talks about honesty, talks about confidentiality. It also, and I am very happy to see that, deals with humility, respect, and responsiveness to the needs of society. Finally, it promotes inclusive growth so that as we progress in this journey towards a developed India, nobody is left behind. We take along every section of society, even the person at the bottom of the pyramid, the marginalized sections of society, the least privileged person has a right to a better quality of life. And collectively, all of us as chartered accountants assure the nation. We commit to the country that we shall contribute to making India a developed nation with a sense of duty. कर्तव्य भावना से हम एक विकसित भारत के निर्माण के लिए जुट जाएंगे, तन मन और धन के साथ इस देश को विकसित बनाने में लगेंगे. Very recently, the CEO of McKinsey spoke about India as a talent factory of the world. The massive potential that India has in different sectors. And I see before me, both in person and on the screen, probably the most competent talent that has been produced by the nation. I congratulate each one of you. You are that talent factory that the world is looking up to. And I am confident that you will live up to the expectations not only of your fellow countrymen, but the expectations of the world from India today. Let us all collectively aspire to make our profession and some of our accounting, auditing or chartered accountancy firms from India global champions, global level firms. Let us all look at seeing how some of us could become entrepreneurs and become job creators in different fields apart from auditing, accounting or management consulting. Let us see how we can look at a greater engagement with the woman power. नारी शक्ति को कैसे हम और अधिक अपने प्रोफेशन के साथ जोड़ सकते हैं. I was just told that almost 28% of chartered accountants today are women in our profession. And I congratulate all of the women in this room and across the country. I'm told 45% of the students are girls. But I note with a little bit of sadness that we have only 4 women in the 25th Council of the ICAI. Is that a right thing? Can we hope to see some more women take an active part in the Central Council? And can we hope that some of our young boys will encourage their sisters to become a part of this council and bring more inclusivity into this council? It's I think I'm making too many requests on the council, but I do hope you will consider some more involvement of the equally powerful, if not more powerful, section of society into our council. I'm sure each one of you has big plans, not only for today, but for the years ahead. I'm confident you will all make outstanding citizens of India and contribute to nation building to the best of your ability through your life, through your professional journey and career. My warmest greetings to all of you. Congratulations on becoming chartered accountants. I pray for your success, well-being, and a very, very fruitful association with our profession of chartered accountants. May God bless all of you. Thank you.
Well, that doesn't just deserve an applaud, but a standing ovation.
Can we have a standing ovation for the Honorable Minister? Thank you. Thank you. Now, all of you, we are going for the oath now at this stage. All right. All of you must stand, put your right hand in front. I think all of you have this oath about which the Honorable Minister was just now telling us. All right? So I will read and you read after me, okay? All right. I, your name, son or daughter of your parent's name, a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, do hereby solemnly swear in the name of God that as a chartered accountant, I shall be committed to excellence, independence and integrity. I will sincerely work towards a corruption-free India, preparation of true, fair and transparent financial statements, best practices in corporate governance, efficient and effective utilization of financial resources, and compliances, and shall abide by the code of ethics pronounced by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. I shall be fair, just and honest in my dealings with all the stakeholders, and shall always maintain confidentiality. I shall deal with all with humility, respect, and be responsive to the needs of society. While providing my services, I would always be true to the Constitution of India and will follow in letter and spirit all the laws of the land. I shall relentlessly work towards inclusive growth of a resilient India. Thank you very much and all the best. May I now request the Honorable Vice President to kindly offer the vote of thanks.
Very good morning to all who are here in Delhi, and of course everybody else joining us virtually at over 14 locations in the country. I begin by proposing a very, very hearty vote of thanks to the Honorable Chief Guest of this convocation function, which for the first time is being conducted live in 14 different locations in all 5 regions of our country. Thank you very much, Honorable CA Piyush Goyal ji, the Honorable Union Minister, for the wonderful address and inspiring all chartered accountants today with the can-do attitude, the real meaning of CA that you have told us. Sir, the target of 100 chapters is definitely set up by ICAI, and today, with your presence, we are truly motivated to ensure that we are not only present in 100 places, but we also include South America, a very important continent in our midst. For this, the Institute is trying to give education in foreign languages which are spoken in the southern continent of America, primarily Spanish and Portuguese, and I'm sure once we have the expertise there and more members migrating to South America, we will definitely have more chapters there. Thank you so much, sir, for your points regarding the convocation and also the representation of women. I at this opportunity also would like to thank 2 union ministers who are joining us in Hyderabad in the second part of the session, Kishan Reddy ji in Hyderabad and Bhagwat Rao Karad ji in Aurangabad, who will also be distributing rank certificates to our members. I would also at this opportunity like to thank our Honorable President, sir, for having this wonderful concept of a common convocation across all centers. My thanks to Sushil Bhai, the chairman of MSS, for organizing this flawlessly at all 14 locations. A special thanks to our past president Praful Bhai, to my council members from North who have put in tremendous efforts, Sanjay Bhai, Pramod Bhai, Hansraj Bhai and Sanjeev Bhai who are here, our colleagues in the Regional Council of NIRC, all the Central Council members who are present at various locations across India, my special thanks to them. But finally, sir, I think a thanks not just to all the members who are present here, but today is an occasion, a vote of thanks to every father of every chartered accountant who has saved money, put his dreams aside and ensured that you are becoming a chartered accountant today. So a vote of thanks to every father, and of course finally to every mother who cries unconsolably when she knows that you have cleared the examination of chartered accountancy and become a proud member of this profession. I think we owe it to our parents, to all of them on this wonderful day. And once again, my sincere gratitude and thanks to the Honorable Union Minister, our Chief Guest Piyush Goyal ji. Let's all give him a big round of applause once more. Thank you very much.
I request everybody to rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I would like to once again thank our Chief Guest for gracing us with his presence and motivating us with his words of wisdom. And now, before we move on to the next leg of our celebrations, which is the award certification ceremony to our rank holders and the members, we would be taking a 15-minute break. Once again, I'd like to tell we would be resuming with our next leg of our celebrations, which is the award ceremony to our rank holders and to the members. We're just taking a 15-minute break and then we'll start with it.